Hey, you guys, what's up? Kind of haven't posted for a little bit. Well, I'm gonna say for a little bit for the weekend, and then I don't really post too much over the weekend, Kind of spend that time with my son and stuff like that. But I started to get back to you guys over the weekdays and everything. I see that I'm starting to get a little views on my YouTube and everything like that. That's what's up. At least people looking at it, even if you're looking at it for 10 seconds, hey, it counts. Not for me, but just some information that you probably overheard and you backed out of, and you was like, wait, let me go back to this. So definitely still appreciate it, you guys. Um, but yeah, just look at some stuff on there and everything like that, and you might really just catch on to a lot of things that you've been needing to hear. And I would never try to steer anybody the wrong way or give false testimonies or just um, false wording from what God want me to speak to you guys about. I would never do that. But I'm going to make this video about 5 to 6 minutes long. I do want to talk about narcissistic people um, and relationships that are not of God, and yeah, just basically pretty much that. I just want to start off with if you're in a relationship, and this can go for both sex, male, female, if you're in a narcissistic relationship, I'm sorry, that's just such a tongue twister for me. That's such a tongue twister for me. Anyway, if you are in a relationship like that, that's not a relationship of God. A relationship where you got to constantly argue, where you got to constantly bicker, where you got to constantly just make your point and just be on defense and everything like that from your other partner, your spouse, whatever like that. God would never put you in a relationship like that. I mean, it's a strong possibility that you guys can work through it, fix it, and everything like that, but you're going to always want to put God in your relationship. If you don't have God in your relationship, and it don't necessarily have to be that, because there's people that don't have God in their relationship and they get along perfectly fine. And those relationships right there, that's when you need to put God in your relationship so you guys can have Christ together. But when you're in a relationship where you constantly arguing, where you got to constantly be on defense or step on eggshells, you're on eggshells with that person, male to female, it can be anybody. That could just be super stressful, and God would never put you in a relationship like that. He would never put you in a relationship like that. Doggy over there looking for some more doggy treats. Those little bacon ones, they love them. But yeah, just a person that's constantly putting you down, that's not uplifting you or anything like that. If you're in a relationship like that, try to talk to that person about it. Try to put God in your relationship and start going to church, find a church to go to. And if that's something that you truly want to do and you're not noticing your partner want to do it, just continue, give them a chance, continue to talk to them about it and stuff like that. And if you see nothing is not changing, that's your answer right there. Get out, because God will never put you in a relationship. If you're a godly person and Jesus Christ is in your life, and you know that your spouse or your girlfriend or whatever, which you guys should be married, but that's on one of my last videos. But I'll talk more about the marriage and things like that. But if you're in a relationship like that and you know that person's not trying to change at all, and you tried everything that you can do, leave. It doesn't matter. Excuse me, it doesn't matter how good the sex is. It doesn't matter what the memory, it's going to hurt. Because I've been in relationships like that where it's just like, oh my gosh, like this was it was amazing, or just the memories, and not wanting to start over and afraid to go on your own because you feel like you can't survive without that person. No, you cannot survive without God. You cannot survive without him at all. Like, without him, you think that you're surviving and you think that you're succeeding, but when it comes down to the end, it's all about him, and he comes first before anything. Like, we are a straight image of him. That's why the devil cannot stand us. He cannot stand us at all. I said that on one of my last videos. He has 5 fingers, 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, 2 eyes, mouth, a nose, beard, whatever, ears, 5 toes, all that stuff. He has it, and we're made of the image of him, and that's the reason why the devil cannot stand us. So he created us, for us to have a relationship with him. So, you know, it just, I don't want to get too far out of it. That's why I'm kind of stopping and I'm hesitating to go, because I want to speak about it on other videos and things like that. I don't want to get too much out of you know, what I'm talking about, because I don't want to confuse you guys and throw you out. But if you know that you're in a relationship, especially an abusive relationship, physically, mentally, verbally, especially physically, verbally can hurt just as much as physically. And it's just like, when you're in a relationship like that, leave. Guys, leave. Females, leave. Get out of it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all, being in a relationship like that. It's really not. Why sit there and put up with that? You shouldn't have to, being abused. And I hate to admit this, there's a lot of females that like that stuff. And that shows you right there, a lot of these people is just demonized. A lot of these people are just so lost. They're so used to being in things like that. And God doesn't want you in nothing like that at all, whatsoever. He doesn't. So if you know that you've been trying to find yourself out of a relationship and that person's no good for you, either sex, male or female, get out of it, leave. That don't mean get out of it, leave and go find somebody else. No, get out of it, leave and find God. Have a relationship with him. And I'm gonna tell you like this, I've been celibate for a while. I haven't been in a relationship with anybody. And I could definitely go for longer if I have to, but when you just in a relationship like that, you have to leave and get out of it. It does not matter. It does not matter at the end of the day, even if you have kids. Yes, do it for your kids. Try to fight for a relationship for your kids, but make sure you're doing it for you guys too. Because you don't want your kids growing up looking at those things and wondering, oh, like, why did mommy go through this? Or it must be right that she's going through this. Must be normal. Everybody go through this. No, it's not normal. Everybody doesn't go through that. And I just, it can lead to other things, because that person right there that you're battling against is full of demons, is full of demons and have a lot of things in them, and they need deliverance, and there's some things that you could get deliverance on too. And we just have to continue to look up to God, continue to put him first. Stop these abusive relationships, these relationships that is not of God. Just stop it. That's the best I can say. My page, pretty much, I just try to give you much advice as possible, but I put God into it. God wants me to get these advice. You can get a lot of people that have their own YouTube channel and they talk about things like this, and they go more into depth into it. Me, I just I throw out things that could possibly be happening to your life that you could look at and you could possibly make a change on. You can go into the Bible and you can look up anything that you need is in that Bible. Just look it up. Just be like, what does the Bible say about this? What does the Bible say about that? And it will tell you. Even if you do not, like, just know. Sorry, I just got a text that came across. It threw me off a little bit. But yeah, even if you don't know, just look it up and it will let you know, like, where to look this up at. So you can always look things up on the internet and it's going to give you, but make sure it's to do with that Bible, because that Bible will tell you it all. I definitely, like I say all the time, I want to see you guys make it to heaven. A lot of these people think that they're going, but a lot of them are not. And I was one of those people a year and a half ago. I was one of those ones. Even though I was a believer of Jesus Christ, I still thought it was okay for me to do the things I was doing, treat women the way I was treating them, and it was wrong. No matter what they did to me, I still played my part. I still had my faults. I still did things that God was disappointed in me about. But he never looked at me different. He never looked at me and said, I'm done with you, I'll wipe my hands with you. No matter how far you try to get away from God, he's always there, right there knocking on your door. But it's up to you to turn around and to answer that door and allow him in. But it's a strong possibility if you guys are in that relationship to where it's fighting all the time, any circumstances where there's any type of fighting or anything like that, but you guys know that you truly want to be with each other and you want change, go try to seek help. Go seek help. Go talk to people. And I'm not talking about go to counseling. No. Because counselors need counselors too, God is my counselor. I don't need no counseling. You know, whenever I'm feeling down, whenever I feel like something is just going down on me, like, I go to God. I don't go spend hundreds of dollars. It's free to talk to God. It's free. It's just the only difference is you guys don't realize, like, you guys don't realize that it is free. You guys don't realize that he answers you back. In the Bible it says, be still. You know, be still, and he's going to speak to you. So, yeah, I just want to see you guys in a successful relationship. I want to see you guys succeed in a relationship. You guys just being partners. It makes me happy when I'm out in public and I see happy families together and everybody's smiling, having a good time. I was just talking to someone yesterday about this. A person that I just met, and you know, I'm gonna just leave it right there. A person that I just met, and I was just talking to them about this yesterday, about how excited I get and how happy I get when I see a man open a car door for a woman, when I see a man just doing all these things that a man's supposed to do for a woman. That makes me happy. I don't think like, oh, I wouldn't be doing that. Oh, you soft. No, you not soft. You doing what you supposed to do. I mean, at the end of the day, there can be things happening behind closed doors, but hey, those things that happen behind closed doors, talk to God about it. But at least he treating his woman, his wife, with respect out in public and not cussing her out. I've seen that plenty of times. And there's so many times that I want to butt in and say something to that person, but I don't want to put myself in a position to where it's not my business, and I end up getting to a fight with them because I treat them. So it's just like I have to keep my mouth closed, and all I could do is just pray for them, and ask Jesus to come into their life. That person, even the person that's being so just vindictive and just mean and just evil towards that other person, you still put that prayer on them, even though it's upsetting seeing that. But you guys, if you guys are in a relationship that's just shutting you down and just tearing you down, and it's one-sided, you know, that's not cool. On either side, it's not cool at all. You guys need to stick together at all times. You know, can stop continuing to run to what you're used to. You know, people be like, they get out of a relationship and then they end up in another relationship. It's just a person that looks different but has the same traits as the other person that you was with. You know, sometimes you need to lower your standards. You know, you need to change positions. A lot of girls, they do choose to go for hood dudes instead of guys with briefcases and this and that. They choose to go for that. You know, and a lot of guys choose to go to these females that's on a pole, that's shaking their butts, that's out in clubs and stuff like that, instead of going to a female to have it together, because they're afraid that a female is making more than them, or a female is over. No, that means nothing. You know, as long as you guys sticking together and she's not rubbing it in your face, but you're still doing what you're supposed to do as a man, that's all that matters. Still lead the relationship. It don't matter if she make more than you. You can still lead the relationship as a man. Just because she make more, because money doesn't mean anything. You know, it doesn't mean nothing at all without Jesus Christ. You know, I seen a thing that said, would you rather get $5 million or have 5 minutes with Jesus? 5 minutes with Jesus all day, every day, over and over again. I don't care. I can be sleeping out on these streets. They can be like, you can have $5 million and you can get off the streets right now, everything all together, or you can sleep on the streets for 10 years, and when those 10 years is up, you can finally have 5 minutes with Jesus. I would sleep on the streets for 10 years, and after those 10 years, have my 5 minutes with Jesus, because I know it's coming. You know, I'm going to always choose Jesus, you know, because he didn't have to do what he did for us, so we can make it up there to him. So I went overboard with this video. I always do this, say I'm 5, 6, 7 minutes, but you know, it's God feeding me more information to give to you guys. So you guys really just, if you really love your partner, you don't want to see yourself without them, try to figure something out. You know, try to go to church. And if you know that your partner is not willing to change and do that for you and do that for you guys and for the kids or however it is, then leave. It's going to hurt, but leave. In the long run, you're going to do good, because there's so many blessings that God want to give you guys, but he's not going to give it to you while you're in that relationship with that person. He's not going to give it to you. He's sitting here. He had a blessing sitting in his hands just like this. And I said this on my last video. Are you going to bless a kid? Are you going to get your child a game system or the new whatever Rihanna make? The kids, girls shouldn't be wearing makeup anyway, little girls, but just whatever with these little girls. Like, I have a son, so I can just go off him. Are you going to give your son, girls can play game systems too, but are you going to give your child that new PlayStation 5 that came out? Are you going to give that to them, knowing doggone well that they have Fs, that they have bad conducts and everything like that? My son just woke up. Are you gonna gift them that? No. So why would God gift you and bless you with something like that when you're doing wrong by him, when you're not obeying him, you know? But that's my cue. I guess God woke my son up and said, son, that's enough. Save the next one for the next video. Love you guys. God bless you. Keep Jesus first. Jesus died on the cross for us. And hope to see you in heaven. And we're in the last days, so all right, I'll talk to you.